Today we're gonna talk about something really important. We're gonna talk about boobs. Hi, my name is Sara. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not here, I am just someone that is just doing random stuff all over the internet. Quite frankly, I don't know what I'm supposed to be anymore. So you should subscribe to my channel and just enjoy what you see. And if you're not new here, hi, welcome back. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate every single one of you that actually subscribe to me and that actually keep watching my content, because I quite frankly don't think I'm worth watching. And if anybody out there actually just continues watching my stuff, I just think you're great, to be honest, and I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. My boobs have been a hot topic for quite a couple of years at this point. People asking me about my breast augmentation, people asking me how I feel about it, why I got them done, mix up a bunch of different kind of questions. I figured that it was time for me to sit down and pretty much just answer questions and just tell you my story. My breast augmentation, why I got them done, how I felt having them done, and how I currently feel about them. I first got my breast augmentation when I was 20 years old. Just recently started to work out. When I moved into the United States, I wasn't really heavy, but I was more on the overweight side. And me being 5 feet tall, you could see the weight on me. I used to weigh around 150, 160 pounds. I do not really remember the weight that I used to weigh at the time. I don't like to keep tab on my weight anymore because I feel it's a really unhealthy way of living. So I just forget about how I used to weigh back then, and it's not a big importance to me anymore. I lost weight, and during the process of me losing weight, I did not only lose the weight, but I also lost a lot of volume that I used to have on my chest. I was never really flat chested. I will say I come from a family with good genes. As you guys can see, I naturally have wide hips, and I do also naturally used to have big boobs. Most females in both sides of my family, they're all fully developed, I will say. I was actually like full D or something like that around the age of 16 to 17 years old. I had a decent size and I quite enjoyed my boobs all the time. There was actually quite a few things that I was kind of proud of. So I don't know. So when I lost weight and I started noticing the amount of volume that I was just losing on my boobs, I could see that I still have the skin, like I still have the space, but there was like nothing inside of it, if it makes any sense. It just looked completely deflated, if I'm being honest. I could still wear my old bras, but they were not looking the same way they used to look at one point. So I guess that really discouraged me, even though I was working through a certain goal all the time and I was looking a lot better than I used to look a lot of years ago, and I was feeling so great about myself and all this other stuff. I just felt really discouraged about the fact that I just no longer have boobs, pretty much. I do not think for you to feel feminine you need to have breasts. I do not think that is necessary at all, but in my case I felt like I wanted to have that so I could feel more confident about myself. Because quite frankly, what was happening was my breasts were not really full all the time. They were just like loose skin. So me working out, me lifting more heavier weights, and me doing all this other stuff were eventually turning into pecs. I just wanted to have my old boobs back. Simple as that. So I actually did quite a lot of research on how to grow your boobs. I did anything that you can think of. I tried pills, I tried creams, I tried at one point the suction cup machine, and I know it sounds weird. Quite frankly, doesn't matter because it doesn't work, obviously. But I tried for at least 1 or 2 years, like any natural way to grow my boobs. Shit's ridiculous, like boobs are something else. Whenever I got into the conclusion that there was not gonna be a natural way for me to grow my boobs to how they were at that point, I guess I just started to looking at all the different options like surgery. And I am not someone that actually likes surgery. That's why that was literally my last resource, because out of my whole entire life, I spent quite a big portion of my life in a hospital. So I'm not fond of hospitals. I do not like going to the doctor. I do not like going to the clinic. I prefer if I have to avoid the doctor. I pretty much spoke to my boyfriend at the time, and I told him, hey, this is how I feel. He supported me wildly in everything I wanted to do. He actually helped me try to find the size that I wanted, what would look good on my body. So kudos to him. I started doing research, going through Instagram, I was going through a lot of girls groups, and at this time I was not even like on Instagram. Actually, I was thinking of doing an Instagram, but I was not in process of it because I was actually quite afraid of putting myself out there on the internet, which is too late now, I guess. I usually used to try to find girls that will look similar to me, like similar body style, and we'll try to compare how it looks on them and how it will look at me, even though it will never look the same way. It will give me like an idea of what I wanted at least. So I just wouldn't go into a doctor and be like, hey, just put on boobs on me, you know? I gathered a bunch of girls' pictures and had like a file, and I know it sounds creepy as fuck, but I mean, quite frankly, this helped me out a lot on what I wanted. And if anyone else there wants advice on what to do, this is a great way. There's actually a lot of websites out there in which you can join, and it's like a small community of women they're pretty much all in it together, and they'll share their stories and breast augmentation. They'll share pictures, and they'll share you can talk to doctors and stuff like that. Anyway, I just leave it down below, so for any of you that want to watch it, they can just join. Found my doctor after a lot of research. His name is Dr. Morales. He's actually based here in Houston, and I have no regrets. I went to another doctor besides of him. I had an appointment with him, and I did not really like him that much. When I went to my second doctor, I already knew what to expect because I already had gone through that first appointment. So I didn't like it so well. So when I went to Dr. Morales, I just talked to him and showed him all my pictures. He was just open with me. He told me that what could work with me, what could not work with me, and pretty much he just told me and planned it out exactly what he was gonna put in me to give me the look that I wanted. And we went for it. So here I am back. My camera died in the middle of recording. Wait, there's something in here. I just changed my outfit in case anybody's wondering because I'm about to go and do a photo shoot. But here I am. My surgery day came up, and pretty much I had to wake up really early this day, and I had to sign like a bunch of waivers, pretty much showing them that I was not going to sue them if I die. I remember the nurse that she was supposed to give me the IV from anesthesia. She was really fucking out with my vein. Like the clinic that I went to, the hospital that I went to, the nurse from the hospital in specific, I don't know why, but she was really fucking up with my vein to the point that I thought that I was gonna pass out because she could not find my vein. My veins are really thin, and she was using a really thick needle. And I told her right off the bat, and she just didn't listen to me. But anyway, they took me into this room. They took me to do a countdown from 10. And then I just fell asleep the moment that I hit number 5. And I woke up in this room. I didn't feel really weird or anything like that. The only thing that I could say that I felt different was that I feel like a pressure or like a wall on my chest. It felt almost as if someone was sitting on me. My first thing that I did when I woke up was to look down and be like, holy shit, I got boobs. I read up fast from my boyfriend. I was like, where is he? And that was pretty much my surgery day. The recovery process, it is a lot more complicated because not everybody's gonna have the same kind of recovery. It depends on how you take care of yourself. It also depends on your pain tolerance. My pain tolerance is really high. So even though I had to take like a bunch of pills and had to do like certain things for the recovery in a week, didn't think it was really bad overall. I didn't think it was painful. I just thought it was a really easygoing recovery. I followed all the instructions that my doctor gave me, and I recovered just fine. The only thing that I have to say about recovery is that the first week, it is by far the worst in my opinion. Like, you feel this pressure on your chest. You cannot really move your arms for the first week or 2 weeks actually sometimes. I was doing everything like a dinosaur for a whole week. If you want to get water, I will have to like move like this and get stuff like this. I just want to answer some questions you guys just drop on my Instagram, so I'm just gonna go right away and answer some of those. Might be a personal question, but what do you say to people who assume you're insecure because of your surgery? I wouldn't call myself insecure because I got the breast augmentation. I do think that it helped a lot with my confidence. At the time, I would say I had a low self-esteem, and it could have had some effect on the decision why I wanted to have a breast augmentation. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to have a breast augmentation just for my own happiness and because I just wanted to. How much did it cost? The breast augmentation, it is not a cheap procedure. It can cost anywhere from $3,000 all the way to $12,000, I think so. Mine are silicone, so here in Houston it will be $6,000. It depends on where you go. If you go to California, a saline implant might be $5,000 and a silicone will be like $12,000. You just gotta talk to your doctor, just consult any questions that you might have, and just pretty much just do your research. Were you happy with the outcome and would you change anything? I am totally happy with the outcome. I actually think the outcome exceeded way far my expectations. Like, when I first saw my breast implants after, I would say, the week, I remember taking off the bandage after a week and seeing my boobs were like high up here. And when I said they were like high up here to my collarbone, I'm not even joking, they were so high up. And I remember I could not hide my expression because my doctor was like, do not worry, they're gonna drop. They're gonna look a lot better after many months. I just continued doing my massages, continued doing the things that he told me to, and I am so grateful. I don't regret anything, to be honest. I'm really happy. What is your bra size? I really don't know when I get this question all the time. Like, are you guys gonna get me a bra? Are you guys going to send me some bras? Like, I don't get it, but I'm 34DD. How does it feel like when you work out or you do day-to-day stuff? Quite frankly, I forget that I have boobs. Like, I don't feel them. They don't wait. They're just there hanging. The only time I ever feel them is when I do movement and they just bounce. And I was like, oh shit, I got boobs. But I can do pretty much anything that I could do before my breast augmentation. And the only thing that I could say I can't really do anymore is body weight dips. And that's just because I feel my implants start shifting a lot. And the reason why is that because my implants are under the muscles, so I can feel the muscles moving and I just don't like it. It doesn't hurt me, but it just feels uncomfortable. Is it true that you have to get them redone? I talked to my doctor about this when I first got my breast augmentation, and he said that you really don't have to get them redone if you don't want to, because quite frankly they're gonna stay up. Thing is, gravity is a thing, and eventually they're gonna start sagging no matter what. And also, if you start having kids, they're gonna start to sag even more. So, taking those things into consideration, you might have to eventually get them redone. So, I mean, I don't have any kids. I am pretty young, so I don't really have to worry about this. We'll cross that bridge once we get there. You got any scars? If so, did they fade with time? The reason why I still got scars is mainly because of genetics. I am the kind of person which, if I get a scar, I will have the scar for the rest of my life. And I really don't know why. It's mainly genetics. I guess it's something with my skin. I really don't know. So yeah, I still do have scars. And I used to be a 34D before I lost weight. And after I lost weight, I was a 34C. Are you happy that they're large, or would you prefer size smaller? I guess I wish sometimes it was smaller. I would say like a 40% of the time, not really too much. How has the breast augmentation changed your life? I quite frankly don't think it has changed my life whatsoever. I just decided to put on boobs and that's it. Like, I still am the same person. I still do the same things. My breasts do not define me. Like, the only way I could say it changed my life was in the fact that it made my body look a lot better. And I wouldn't even say like it's life-changing, just like a plus. How long was it until you felt comfortable and you started to work out? My recovery month was supposed to be a whole month of me doing nothing. Supposed to. Then is, I'm quite impatient, and at the time I was extremely highly obsessed with working out. So I actually kind of forced myself into the gym within the 2 weeks, but I did not do any arm exercises up until like the second month or something like that. So I started to work out on my legs for the second week after my breast augmentation. I started to do really light stuff, a lot of band movements, a lot of lightweight movements, eccentric exercises, low movements, things like that. I did that for pretty much a whole month. Eventually, when I felt that I could actually start reintegrating myself into a gym fully, that's when I started lifting heavy weights. I would say it was until the third week or almost a whole month in which things felt comfortable, in which I felt that I could do things without freaking out, without me like, oh my gosh, like implants are gonna fall on the floor. Do you have to be extra careful when doing things like wrestling or anything? I mean, I don't really wrestle, so I wouldn't know if I had to be extra careful while wrestling, because I don't have to wrestle people ever. Do I? No. There you go, guys. That's just pretty much my story on breast augmentation. I know you guys been wanting to hear about it for a long time and wanted me to just talk about it, so here you go. If you want to know more, I guess you can just leave a comment down below. I quite frankly don't want to talk about my boobs anymore because I don't think they're important. Anyway, if you want to know more, just leave a comment down below or just hit me out directly on my DMs or email. And also, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.